Tonight, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New York Giants taking on the Washington Commanders.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback from the University of Illinois.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Looking to throw on second down. Leach has this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And they're able to get this one across the 35. On 1st and 10. Leach eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing on 1st down. Leach. And he's got it. Touchdown. It's the fullback. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
A 1st down throw for Daniels. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. A first carry now. This is Williams. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. To throw is Daniels. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Brian Burns. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. And now they're in the hurry-up. On first down, Leach. That's complete. It's Neighbors. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. On first and 10, Leach. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And the Giants are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Malik Neighbors, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up first and 10. Daniels looking to throw. There's a short one pulled in by Sinnott. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Daniels. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. To the air goes Daniels. That is caught and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First catch here by McLaurin, and he's got himself a first down. Here's Daniels. Over the middle, that's the tight end Sinnott. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Leach. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
And this is something you don't see too much of. Fullbacks trying to stretch the field. But he does a nice job there getting lost out in space and comes up with a really nice gain.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Leach. Flush to his right. A short throw pulled in by Bellinger. All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Looking to throw. Leach. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. It was Leo Chanel who got in to drop him. They need 18 yards here on third down. Back to throw. Leach. Over the middle, caught by Bellinger. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down. They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Daniels now on 1st and 10. This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Now Daniels. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. They'll start with a run by Tracy. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 31. He's got a man, it's his fullback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Tracy trying the right side. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
Let's face it, when you have a guy who can pick up those types of runs and keep the chains moving or stay ahead of the chains, you're making everyone else on offense happy because you're opening things up to allow for a whole lot of different play calls.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Malik Neighbors with career touchdown number 70. And the Giants have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Now the try here for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. this will be taken in the end zone, and no run back forthcoming, so they will bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Washington offense set to take over. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
27 yards there, a first down. Looking to throw. Daniels. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. They'll look to throw again. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 19. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On first down, here's Daniels to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room. Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. This is down the field for Bellinger. And this one is incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at TIAA Bank Stadium in Jacksonville, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Nathan Peterman, terrific in the victory, as his guys upped their mark to 4-1 now. From there, let's head west to see what's going on with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Houston Texans. Devon Achane, a touchdown run in the victory. Lastly, we're off to the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado. See what's happening with the Broncos. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Danny Etling, terrific in the victory, as his guys upped their mark to 4-1 now.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. First chance for the Commanders' offense now as they head out for their opening series of the second half. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. Working out of the gun, Daniels. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. Back to throw. Daniels. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give him a good 10 yards on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Tracy going to get it on 1st down to about the 48-yard line. And quickly they get to the line. To throw on 2nd down. Leach. This pass into the hands of Bellinger. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Throwing on 1st down. Leach. He gets that one complete to Wicks. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. He got 29 yards that time. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Looking to throw. Leach. This is caught. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Malik Neighbors, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up the secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Dexter Lawrence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
On third down, Daniels. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Washington going to send out their punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Taken from just outside the 30. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically.
Oh, he sheds himself free. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And they're going to speed things up here. On first down, Leach. This is caught. Touchdown, Giants. Malik Neighbors, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Brandon, remind me again, this is a rookie quarterback we're seeing?
A rookie indeed.
I mean, because my eyes are telling me something I'm having trouble believing. 5 touchdown passes. He's thrown 5 in this game. Are you kidding me?
Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve, and that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
That's complete to Wicks.
And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. On 1st and 10, Leach. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Off play action. Leach. And it's caught. Call it a gain of a yard. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown.
Malik Neighbors from 3 yards out. And the Giants are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Now that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Daniels.
Throw caught by Mayer.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The offense on 3rd down tonight, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Washington going to send out their punter as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And we'll see what he can do on the return. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Right back to Tracy.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Looking to throw. Leach.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 22-yard line. Another pass complete to Bellinger.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now the extra point try forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the drive there took 6 plays and a 9-yard run on the end of it. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
This one fielded in the end zone. He'll opt not to bring it out. A touchback, and they'll begin at the 30-yard line.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He's got his target. That's complete.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Nice 3rd down conversion at even 20 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
And, oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play. Daniels now to throw on first down. It gets it right back to Mayer. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 33. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
2nd and 10.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to take another shot here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
He's going to let it go again. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Being chased out left. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. One final shot. They'll look to throw.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Giants come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Giants, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Meanwhile, for the Commanders,
they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From MetLife Stadium, good night, everybody.
Today, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback from the University of Illinois.
And he's got to be feeling pretty good about himself right now because he's coming off of a strong performance in their team's win last week. And you can just tell, even early in his rookie season, he's starting to get really comfortable out there, and things are starting to fall into place. In fact, in talking to the rival defensive coordinator, the team he's facing this week, he told me this young man's starting to get it.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 8 carries, 56 yards, and a touchdown.
He comes into this one ranked 9th in the NFL in rushing. I think that every member of that offense knows exactly where he sits. You can see it from every one of them out there. They're all fully committed to making this a game where he really breaks free and climbs a couple of spots.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing on first down, Leach. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. The Giants at a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
You look at this Eagle defense. Right now, they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
They spent the week at practice, Sam. We know our rating's not that great, and we know we're facing the number 1 passing team in the league, but there are some things that we can do to give ourselves a chance in this game.
On the give, it's Tracy. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Leach looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Dexter Lawrence in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Second down, here's Hurts. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Hurts. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
They'll go again with Tracy.
They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Third down, here's Tracy.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down. Looking to throw. Leach
able to find the open man. That's complete.
Touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year.
And the Giants' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now 14-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down.
Hurts throw complete there to Smith.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, this defense for the Giants, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries.
Hurts fumbles it.
And who's got it? The Giants! The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. Doing it again with his third touchdown here in the opening quarter.
And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So what a start. It's not often you even get 3 possessions in a first quarter, but he now has 3 touchdown passes.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. First throw here into the hands of Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 52 yards.
It's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established. And
Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Brian Burns. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. So a change of possession here on the punt. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 77 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 10 more there and another first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Leach. He's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants continue to pull away here in this first half. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense. But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
And this one complete to Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Barkley, toss play left. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
It's caught. Here's Langford. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Steps away to his left.
And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the 1st down.
Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. It's Barkley on the counter. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Second and 9. Throwing is Hurts.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 21. Philadelphia picking up the 1st on a gain of 15.
On 1st down, Hurts.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be taken down short of the 1st, right around the 15-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. Boswell's kick is good, and that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24. At least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal could change the fortunes of a team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the 2nd half.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Leach.
And this is incomplete. Well played defensively. Nearly had the interception, but it's 2nd down.
Looking to throw. Leach.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
This complete to Langford. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Third and 2. Hurts sets up to throw it. Escaping the pressure right.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Boswell's kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll begin just outside Washington at Commanders Field in Landover. And it's the Bills with the lead in the second quarter. Josh Allen has thrown 2 touchdown passes. From there, we head on over to Wisconsin to check on the Packers at home at Lambeau Field. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting 49ers who are out in front. Brandon Ayuk, a touchdown reception. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Christian Watson, a touchdown reception.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. So it'll be a touchback, and that ball will be placed at the 30. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, right at the 40. They'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bailey. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and a yard. They go play action with Hurts. Incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Back to throw again. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
Flushed out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Boswell's kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On first down, Leach. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Second and 10 now. Third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA.
Back to throw. Leach. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there. 34 yards as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Extra point attempt to come here. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out and out come the Eagles. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Coverage was great everywhere that time. He tried to get it to his outlet, tried to get it to his running back, but sailed it a little bit too high and actually left his body open for a big hit.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 3rd and 9.
He'll look to throw. That is caught. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Hurts.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8.
The ball on the 8 still could get a 1st down technically. 2nd and 7.
They'll look to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Giants are going to get the football back.
I'm just going to go ahead and call it, partner. You could smell the desperation in that fake, couldn't you? Down big. They had to try something. No one was fooled.
I think you're exactly right. With this deficit, though, go ahead and give it a shot. Didn't work out. In the end, I guess it doesn't hurt them too much. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Leach. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll hand it to Tracy. And he's got some space here. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And now they're in the hurry-up. Right back to him on first down. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down. On the run is Tracy. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. And this offense on third down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. The give to the fullback on the dive. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Now 2nd and 3. Here's Tracy. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the give, this is their fullback. And a short gain down to about the 33. And quickly they get to the line. On the ground, here comes Tracy. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they are going to score again. Yet a
Another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Now a 2nd and 10.
Now back to throw.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. He'll look to throw.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Inside the 20.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to his. Hurts fumbles it.
And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. Extra point attempt to follow here. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll run on 1st down. Tracy. They find some open field here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
164 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
Brendan, every great running backs coach that I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15.
Here comes 3rd down and 7.
They're going to look to throw.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick them off for the 2nd time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right there.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Back to throw. Leach. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
As this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Jets, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Philly.